So, this is my backpack. It's a very simple little design. It's purple, this light purple with pink dots and this holographic unicorn skin little detail, which I think is to mimic the JanSport logo that is usually on these type of bags. But in this little front pocket right here is my calculator that has a D20 painted on there with my name and some lemons and flowers. In this pocket, which I already took everything out of it because I filmed this earlier and I didn't like the angle I filmed it from, so I'm redoing it. So in here, in this bag, I have my lunchbox, or my bento box, which has this wooden decal and it's pink. And the top part here, if you couldn't tell, has, because this comes apart into two for those who aren't familiar with a bento box. And it has chopsticks and a spoon, and these chopsticks are very short, I found out. That might just because I have big ol' hands. It's very cute and very practical. It fits nicely in the bottom of my bag. This will go on the very bottom of my bag, and my notebooks and a couple of my textbooks will go on top of it, or one of my textbooks will go on top of it. The next thing is the other thing that touches the bottom of the bag, and this is my giant American history textbook. And if you open it, it has the United States in white, which is fun and all. History is my favorite subject, so I'm just happy to have a textbook again, because last year I didn't have history, which made me very sad, because here in Arizona, where I live, or at least in my area, you don't have to have 4 years of history, you only need 3, which is a blessing and a curse. So the next thing in my bag is this bad boy, which is my planner and my bullet journal. The reason why it's and not just my bullet journal or just my planner is because I have it divided into 2 parts. The first part is my daily planner for all my schoolwork. So this is for tomorrow. I have my first assembly, and then there's like tomorrow, and then Thursday, and then I'll add more. But it has the date on here, top priorities, to-do list, and then the time by each hour from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. And then in the back here, I have a little folder thing that has a pocket, which I should probably blur that so you don't see my name. But here is where I keep all my work stuff and like my pay stubs and my folder, all my paperwork for organ donor. This is where I keep all my school stuff. There's not a lot. And this is just some sticky notes I have, and this is all my school stuff. It's just all school-based stuff, like teacher contacts, my bucket list, all that type of stuff. And if you go here, these are these little dividers I have that have the month and the year on them. And here's my August bullet journal. So my bullet journal is a planner, but not for school. I have my school planner, and then I have my bullet journal planner, which has all these dates, like what days I work, and like lunar calendars, and future planning, and finances, all this different stuff. And I have up to October in here right now, and I could get more pages to put in there later, as this is one of those type of notebooks. The next thing I have in here is my note-taking notebook. This one has little flowers all over it, and it's very cute. The cover is a very thick cardstock. I don't quite know if it's cardboard, but it feels more of a cardstock. It's a very simple spiral notebook, but it is a 3-subject notebook, as you can tell by the different colors of the pages. And it is also you can't really tell, but it's also a bullet point notebook, which means that I will be writing in here as if I would everything else. But it's a very nice one. I got it for like $4 at Walmart, because we don't have a mall here where I live, so this is really nice to have, especially considering it's a bullet point one. The next thing we have is my American literature thing. textbook, which it really is just a reference guide because we don't have an actual textbook. This is basically, oh yeah, you read this and answer these questions, but the questions are all online for this course. Next is my favorite thing in here. One of my favorite things in here, given I really like everything because it's just everything's so nice in this, is my pencil bags. You might be saying that looks very just normal. It matches your theme. And it is pretty normal. It has all my pencils and stuff in here, obviously. But with the power of voodoo, it expands. And it means that I have more room to fiddle and faddle in here. And I'll show you what's in here because I showed you what was in my bullet journal. In here I have my Crayola Super Tips for my bullet journal of the month, which is a light gray and a blue. I have the 100 pack of the Super Tips, so there's quite a few colors. Next up, I have some miscellaneous black and blue pens. These two are blue. This is a little sushi on some chopsticks, which is something I got at Scholastic Fair. I have a Pigma Micron 02 just fine liner pen. This is what I use to take notes the most because it doesn't smear. I have a Sharpie, where's all the other stuff? A couple of pencils, and these Precise V5 Pilot pens in the colors red, green, and I believe black. These are just for correcting, and these are for essay taking mainly because I prefer these when I do essays. I've been using those for essays forever. Next up I have are my Papermate Flare pens. I have a quite large set of them in various colors, and these I use mostly for note taking along with my Pigma pen. And then I have probably what every bullet journal and whatever has are the Zebra mild liners. Sorry, it's so used to calling them mid liners. So they're mild liners, dual tip. So it means they're chisel on one end, and on the other is a bullet nib. The only thing that sucks is since I am partially colorblind, not by a lot, I have trouble differentiating certain colors, and a couple of these I can't see on white paper, so it's the only flaw with a couple of them. And then I have two just brick erasers. They're both Prismacolor erasers. They're the type you get in like pencil sets. I got them a couple days ago. And one of the things I do with, and then in here I also have, if I can get it out, here at the very bottom I also have just a 6-inch clear ruler, just so I have it for diagrams and my bullet journaling. And one thing I make sure I do with all of my pens in here, and make sure they all have the caps or the side I use the most down a certain direction. That way when I put them in my bag and I put them in vertically, I make sure that all the ink doesn't go to one end and leak out. It's with certain pens. Especially in where I live, it gets very hot during the summer and very cold in the winter. So if I'm not careful, they will explode in my backpack. And then last but not least, like the true Visco girl I am, I have a hydro flask, which I can't set up there because it's too tall. It is a plain black one I got from Human Bean, which I painted over the logo, and I put some cherry blossoms, which are very badly drawn, and a little teeny weeny bumblebee, which took far too long to draw. But that's what's in my bag, and I'll show you the order I put them back in. So this video can go past 10 minutes. Hi, Chibi. And as you can tell, it's so very, very hard to get this freaking strap on here. So those who aren't familiar with a bento box, this strap keeps it closed because this doesn't have zippers and it's not sealed like Tupperware is. This keeps it closed because this is, while it is leak proof, if it's like a full life liquid, it will still leak through, like water or like a very thin soup will still leak through, but for the most part nothing else really leaks through. But this keeps it together, and usually they'll also wrap it in a dinner, like a kitchen towel or kitchen, like some type of rag. So after that's put in, I put in my giant, oh god, my giant history book, and I put it where it also touches the bottom of the bag. And the next thing I put in here is I have a computer sleeve that's too small for my laptop, so in there I put my bullet journal and my notebook. I put them in the back of everything. Next up in there I put my pencil bag, my pencil box, and my American literature textbook. And at the end of the day, if you can get it to look, this is what the inside of my bag looks like. Underneath these two is where my bento box is, my sketch that, and then back here are my notebooks, which you can barely see because I'm bad at camera angles. So after I zip it up, I zip up the top one, which I'll flip it towards you so you can see it. So that's a cute little detail. There's this very front pocket because I have a few different front pockets. I have this one that zips up and down, which is where I'll put my phone for this year. This one right here, which is where I keep that, and I'll probably keep like loose change or small little handouts and stuff, just little things. And then this zipper right here doesn't hold anything, but it fits my bullet journal and my pencil box in, so that's everything. But this is probably where I'll keep my wallet. So I can't put it in there right now because I have to go to work tomorrow, which means it's in my purse. And then the top bag you already know. And then right here on the side is where I'll keep my hydro flask. And then voila, my backpack for the year. Now I just gotta figure out how I'm supposed to ride my scooter to school every day. And that's for like, oh, you still ride a scooter? It's an electric scooter, so. Well, as a farewell, I shall leave you. So good luck and good tidings from me, Tazzy. Bye-bye.